Wow.
I knocked the dust off that pussy.
Check my technique.
Conspicuous.
Pestiferous?
That $45 got you, girl. I ain't even gonna hold you. This one tastes like trash.
Trash!
$100.
$50 million?
Oh my gosh. Do you hear him?
Shut up! It hurts my heart, son.
Oh! I'm not buying new furniture.
Stop lying.
They pump. I have been obsessed, like I told you. My lip. Yeah. What's up, everybody? My name is Andrea. If you're new here and if you are, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below. And to my OG subscribers, thanks for tuning back in and welcome back to another video. Okay, so clearly we are in the kitchen. I'm gonna cut to some footage of what it used to look like because I forgot to do an intro. So that's why I just did an intro. But yeah, roll the footage. Okay guys, so this is what we're working with right now. Of course, this is my kitchen, living, dining, all the things. You guys haven't seen this side of my apartment in a while, and honestly it's very ignored. This right here is just me trying to figure out what I want to do with this space. This is supposed to be like dining area, but I feel like it's so narrow. Like if I didn't have such a big couch, it wouldn't be a huge deal, but since I do, I think I just want this to be kind of like a coffee corner type deal. We'll get into that later. Here's my office space that I never sit at. So this chair wasn't always here. It used to be that chair, but I got this on sale and it's much comfier when I do sit over here. So I put that over there and put this over here, which I actually love. And here is the living room. Not horrible, but definitely could be better. I do want to redo my coffee table. And so this is the tricky part, right? Oh my gosh, it's kind of dark. No? Let me see if I turn these lights off. Okay, that's a little bit better. Since this is like such a large wall, I put this bookcase over here to kind of break it up, but I don't want that right there anymore. Well, I don't know if I want bookcases anymore. I might. So we're going to try it out, but I know I don't want this aesthetic type deal anymore. I want to take off the contact paper, take off the doors, and get this back white to kind of be like my filming room, to see if I even want bookcases in here. You guys know I did this wall art. I'm over that. I showed you guys the artwork that I love, and I'm gonna try to recreate. We're gonna take these down because it's just way, this was like my restoration hardware, monochrome, black, white, neutral phase, and I'm just not there anymore, you know? But I do feel like I still want this to be kind of library-esque. Like, do you see all these books? This is insane. And I have even more than this. This has just kind of been a catch-all back here. And I feel like if I do bookcases, I can make it look really, really nice. So I definitely want to take these down, redo the art, keeping the pedestals over here. But I think we can do a little bit something more with this space. I feel like this is such a missed opportunity of like greatness, you know? Ooh, bright sun. Okay, let's go over here. So I definitely want to redo this. I gotta fix these doors because they're still crooked. Ugh. And this fig tree is one I got from Amazon. I actually love it there, but I want to change the pot. Rug is staying. Coffee table is changing. We're just gonna change the vibe because I feel like I need a little bit more moodiness. Oh, and of course I want to keep this here. It honestly might not change because I mean there isn't really much you can do with this. I kind of just use it as a drink side sofa table. So yeah, we got some things to do. I think I need to go to HomeGoods and see my options, because I was going to do like a seat. It's like a high back chair that I have. I'll pop up a picture of me sitting on it. I don't know if I've ever like really shown it here on YouTube, but I was going to do that with this fabric. That's why that's down there, because I was like playing with the colors. Or I don't know if I want to do that, or if I want to do like two separate chairs, because I'm actually going to put like a little, like a baby table over here. Because this is just going to be kind of cutesy. And if I want to sit down, just have a coffee, a matcha, you know. But the idea is to, like, you see, oh, this gives me anxiety. Like, all these light fixtures, like, I don't, and I asked if, before I moved in, I was like, can y'all like take down at least this, because it's just so much. You have pendant lights above here, and then you have this, because this is supposed to be the dining nook, and then you have the ceiling fan. Like, it just is a lot. So yeah, we can't change that. But the idea is to make this white, slide this over, and then it'll be like two bookcases on the side with different wall art, coffee nook, and we're gonna switch all this out too. I want to take all this down because there's no need. I mean, why is that up there? I know why, because I didn't have space for it anywhere else. But we're gonna find some space for it, because I'm actually getting rid of stuff, and yeah. And of course, this is gonna be like my coffee bar situation. This has been sitting empty for so long. Thank you, Ring System. I know I'm here. This has been sitting empty for so long, and it's time. I have everything I need for it. I got a label maker. I got some stuff from Amazon. And yeah, got to do some dishes. Ignore that. I want to reface these. I'm not buying anything new. I'm not buying new furniture. Like, well,
Stop lying.
I'm not buying new counter stools, because I might buy some new chairs if I find some. So yeah, let's get to work. Okay, so that is only $40. And the two chairs are you ready? $45. Now, I got the vase because I was thinking I could put a tabletop on top of it. I got this in black, but that sits higher. It'll probably be more suitable for a table, so you don't hit your thighs on it and break the tabletop. So we're gonna try it out and see. But $45, and it was $150. Compare it to $10. Yeah, we're getting those. Okay, so I think this would be cool to put over the bench. $60. I've seen pieces like this kind of separate a sofa, so I think it'll be good. It's like a C table, but it's solid wood. Hey, that rhymed. We'll try it. Okay guys, so I got the chairs. Like I said, I would like that $45 got you, girl. I ain't even gonna hold you. There's like a little hint of boucle, and the gray kind of ties into my couch. And of course I'm still testing this out too, but this is the main focus right now. They're just so cute to me. They actually kind of look like the CB2 fully upholstered chairs that I saw. Those were leather. But yeah, so I moved the bookcase that was right here. I actually had to go buy a whole nother one. I'm also working on my living room simultaneously, but that's going to be a separate video. This isn't permanent. I'm just testing it out. Like I said, I was going to do a bench right here, but honestly, I think I'm just going to do the single chairs, because the space is kind of awkward as it is, and I don't want to overwhelm it with big furniture. So these are the chairs. Let's try out the table bases. Okay, so this is the first option. This is the vase you guys saw in the store with the chairs, and I can already tell I don't think it's going to work. Of course, I would paint that orange, but I feel like the bottom is way too bulbous and bulky. So let's put the tabletop on so you guys can get a full view of what I mean. Okay, so, oh my gosh. I have new neighbors, and their dog is so loud. He barks from his soul, like insane. But that isn't horrible, but I don't know. Something about that base is just very distracting because it's so big. Oh my gosh. Do you hear him?
Shut up! It hurts my heart, son.
I can't. Oh my gosh. So here is the tabletop. Love it so much. I got this for $35 on Facebook Marketplace, and she was just so pretty. Finally gonna put it to use. And we're finally putting her to use. Let's try the other options. Okay, so this is the vase that you guys saw in my last haul. Y'all, it's gonna be too tall. I already know. Like, ugh. I love the shape though. How it's conical. I love that. Just for kicks and giggles, let's put the tabletop on there, even though I know it's gonna be like way too high. Yeah, that's insane. It's almost as tall as the chairs. That's not gonna work. Dang, man. That would have been perfect though. You see the shape? That would have been perfect. But like I said, it's too high. I do have one more option though, and I'm hoping it's gonna work. Okay, so this is another table that I found. It was actually $70, and that's actually perfect height. It doesn't stick out too much, and I honestly feel like the foundation of it, how big it is, it's gonna secure the tabletop way better. So it's just like a rustic wooden black stained table. Has 3 legs. So I think we're gonna have to go with this one. Yeah, I think this is the winner. It's not too high, and I feel safe with the marble top on there because of how wide the surface of the table is. The marble top isn't gonna tilt one way or the other and fall. And we're gonna play around with like the chair placement. I don't know if this is permanent or not. And we gotta figure out what we're doing above the wall here. I just love a cool and warm cocktail. So good. Okay, now that you have seen the before, I have clearly cleaned the counters so we can start with a fresh slate, okay? And I got some things. There are going to be a few mini hauls throughout this video as they fit. So right now I'm going to show you like a little mini haul of what's going to go on the coffee bar, on the counters, and then we'll move on to the dining area later in the video. So stay tuned for that stuff. But first, now the first things I wanted to share with you were these cute little oven mitts. They're like mocha brown, which you guys know I am obsessed with. And they're kind of like a boucle too. They're not a full mitt that goes like all the way down here. They're just like the little pinchers. So cute. Have a little puppet show. But yeah, thought these were so cute. I do want to see if I can find like a hook because the way they're connected now, they fit perfectly over the handle of my oven, but clearly when I take that off, I'm not gonna be able to do that anymore. So let me know down in the comments if you know of any oven handle hangers that oven mitts go on. Yeah, that's that. And these are only $8 for the set. So next up, I needed something to kind of separate what I'm gonna have going on in my coffee tea bar, so everything wouldn't, you know how you organize like your spices and things, but there's stuff behind it so it's hard to see. I didn't want that to happen, so I just needed a little riser. This is from HomeGoods as well. It's only $4. It's metal. Wait, you can't hear that, or maybe that's plastic. Oh, it tells me on the back, rust resistant coated sturdy steel frame. So it's coated steel, and it'll hold everything I needed to hold just fine, and the small size was perfect for what I needed it for. They did have a bigger one, but it was way too wide, and I wanted one that was this narrow but a little bit longer. So this will do. Like I said, this is only $4, so love her. All right, so next up is something that's very practical. I am a girl. I've had a dishwasher in pretty much every place I've lived in, but I never use it. I don't know how to use it. Don't ask me. I'll run it occasionally to actually clean it, like with nothing in there. But I'm a hand wash type chick, okay? I need to fill it. I need to make sure all the grease is off there. All the food particles are off there. I just like to feel it in my hands. So I got this fatigue mat. When I went to the CB2 outlet, I saw some in there, but they were like $100, $150, and I was like,
$50 million?
is there something special about these? I don't know. But I went to Ross and I actually found this one. Now, I'm not going to keep it on this side. Clearly, this is not my steez, okay? We're going to flip it onto this side, which is like this mocha brown as well. They actually match my oven mitts like perfectly. Like, this makes me so happy. And I just got this because, like I said, I like to wash my dishes and my back start hurting after a while, especially if there's a lot in there. So this will be pretty. We're going to clean her up, these little spots. It was only $18 at Ross. I don't know if I mentioned that. But yeah, it's a really good size. So nothing too small where it looks like, y'all know I'm not a fan of a very small rugs. Like even in my bathrooms, I have runners because I don't want it to look like a bunch of puzzle pieces that haven't been put together. So we're going to clean her up, get some of these little white spots from the sticker off of it, and set her down on the floor. And speaking of runner rugs, I found this one on Zara Home. I actually got it, and not the sale that's going on now, but the one that was before that. I got it cheaper than what it is now. I don't know why it's still at $90 because I got mine for $78. And it's this beautiful, like, ooh, brown shade. Initially, I bought this for my bathroom, but when I got it, I was like, this will actually be perfect for my hallway because if you got, I don't know if you guys could tell from the footage, but I have a very open concept and my island is connected to like the hallway that goes to the rest of the apartment. So I thought this would be pretty to put there to kind of warm up that open space, and plus it's made of like wool, and I haven't had really good luck getting wool wet. Like the rug I have in my living room is wool, and whenever I have to clean it, it's like a nightmare when it gets wet. So I thought it fit better in a place that wasn't going to get wet that often. So yeah, I'll show you this on the side of the screen and link it down below because it is still available. So next up from HomeGoods, I got some syrups. I have been obsessed, like I told you, my lip. Anyways, like I was saying, I got some syrups from HomeGoods. You guys know, like I told you in my last video, I'm trying to get more into my teas because I've been drinking a lot of coffee lately. And brown sugar cinnamon is a must in my chai tea lattes. It just adds the perfect touch. I don't know. It's not the same without it. So I got this one. It's only $7.50 at HomeGoods. And then I was conflicted between these two. I don't know the difference between a vanilla bean and vanilla. And then there's French vanilla, but I didn't even bother to get that one. I tried to look it up and there was just a bunch of mixed reviews and descriptions. One of you guys commented in my last video, I think, and said that the difference is the sweetness. So vanilla bean is supposed to be the least sweet, and then French vanilla is supposed to be the sweetest. So I don't know. This is vanilla and this is vanilla bean. I'm probably just gonna go ahead and decant this one just because it's the same brand and I know what that brand tastes like. I looked this one up online, and I guess since it's made in the UK, it's only like known in the UK. It wasn't even like on the Amazon US. I didn't even see it on the US Amazon store. When I Googled it, it came up like Amazon UK. So, I don't know. I'll keep this just in case this one tastes like trash.
Trash!
Which I don't know how you can mess up vanilla syrup. And plus, this is a really good brand. This is all I ever see in stores. Okay. Really good reviews on Amazon. So, yeah. So, like I said, we're going to decant those bottles and put them into these, which are these little glass containers I found on Amazon. Black tops, which is really important to me. I didn't want silver. I didn't want gold. I just wanted something very clean, very minimal in it. They pump, so you get the right amount each time. Really excited about those. And you guys, if you've been here for a while, you guys have already seen this little setup. This is where my powders are going to go into. And I brought this out because everything else that I did mention has been mentioned in hauls before, so I didn't want to like reiterate. But I had to repeat these because I've been very conflicted about the labeling situation. I've been looking at so many pantries on Pinterest, on Instagram, and I love I love the white labels in some spaces. I love black labels in some spaces, but I just didn't know what I wanted to go with, because while I love the idea of labeling everything so you know what everything is, sometimes it can be kind of, how do I say, gimmicky, like just too obvious, you know? So these didn't come with any labels, but my bottles did. They came with these black labels that are like, they're actually pretty shiny. I feel like they're laminated, so they're oil proof and waterproof, and I love that they were black, but I didn't love the shiny. So I ordered some more. These are more of a matte finish, and then I put one of the labels, like I used some painter's tape. I didn't take it off of the backing. I just put some painter's tape on there, and I was like, I don't love that. I don't. I just, like I said, I love the way labels look in other people's faces, but this is just a little area for my teas and my coffee. So I didn't want anything too conspicuous.
Pestiferous?
So I got a label maker with some transparent tape, and I think it's gonna look amazing. It'll be very effective and show what's actually in the container, but it won't be like bam in your face, like, you know what I mean? So yeah. Now this is from Amazon. It's very ridiculous how much I paid for this. I paid, I think, like $35 for this.
You crazy as hell.
Yeah, I know, but it's a matcha bowl, and I just thought it was so pretty. I will say I thought it was going to be more textured, but I guess it makes sense that it's not very textured, because when it comes to washing it, it would be a nightmare to try to get into all those nooks and crannies on the outside. But this actually matches perfectly with the vessel that's going to go here on my island, which I will share with you guys a little bit later on in the video. But it's just so pretty. You just put your matcha powder in here and you whisk it, which I was using my I don't even know, what do you call this thing? This thing to make my matchas, which you're not supposed to apparently. But I was just using what I had to get rid of the lumps. But I finally bit the bullet and got a matcha set that has a whisk in it. I have since seen one that I like a little bit better. It's a little bit darker. So I'm really excited to properly make a matcha with a whisk. And then you have the sifter to get some of the lumps out, and a little scooper. So yeah. That's from Amazon. And I think that's it for this part of the kitchen. Like I said, I have other pieces that I bought that are going to go in the dining island space. So y'all will see that a little bit later on in the video. But I'm really excited to get this coffee bar situated. So let's do that. To the left. Okay, so I went ahead and made some test labels. Oh my gosh, focus. All right, that's a little bit better. I did 2 different sizes, but I feel like that bottom one is just like, why is there even a label? Because you can't even see it, let alone when I put the syrup in there. So we're gonna go with the top one, and I have to make another one because it came out kind of crooked. So yeah. And we have labels. Oh. Let's try again. I'm not using a funnel because I don't want to cross-contaminate, and I don't have one for each individual container. Oh my gosh. Wow.
I knocked the dust off that pussy.
Check my technique.
Okay, that actually took way longer than I anticipated, but she's there. She's pretty. We might put some finishing touches, like maybe a vase or something right here on the side. But right now, if you're an OG, you have seen this mirror, okay? I got it from Ross, and I will say I have been so, the whole scalloped, wavy aesthetic, I've been here for it. So I wanted to use this in the kitchen. I used to have wall art right here above my sink, but we're gonna go with the mirror this time because I just feel like my back is to whoever is back here, and a mirror just helps me be aware, you know? So this has hooks on the back, but I'm not gonna be drilling like holes into the tile. So I was like, dang, I gotta come up with a way to stick this up there. So we're going to be using these handy dandy command strips. These are the extra large size, which I didn't even realize they had. It's supposed to hold up to 20 pounds. And then I found Old Faithful, Mr. Obama, okay? I had this back in college, and I just kept it for this long. It actually still has the price tag on it. It was $13 at TJ Maxx. But I'm essentially going to be using this on the back of this to kind of create, to make it more flushed, because it's like I could put command strips right here, but nothing would stick to the wall because it's like inset, like the backing is inset into the metal frame. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I put command strips on the front and back of this, so one side would stick to the back of the mirror and the other would stick to the wall. Okay, we love her right here. She is cute and functional. It's still high enough where I can see myself while I'm doing the dishes, and I can still see who's behind me, you know? So now let's get into filling the rest of the counters. I already put my protein powder right here because my Nutri Ninja sits over here. So hopefully it'll still fit with that big canister right there. But yeah, let's get into the rest of the decor.
They say she get it from her mama. I'ma say you right. Body work is unpolite. Don't be in the humble type. Tell me, is you down? Cause I'm trying to go work tonight. Hoes and hoochies left and right. I just wanna live in a fantasy. I think we deserve it right.
Okay, so haul number 2 of this video. So you guys saw the gray chairs from the footage. We'll hop into the details of that in a bit. I also got this guy. Now, just hear me out, okay? It's a tray, like a food tray. I got it in the kitchen section at TJ Maxx. But I was like, that would be so dope as like a wall art piece or something I can use to kind of frame some wall art that I do. It just looked so old. Like, you remember back in the day when they had the letters that were like scrolls? And it was like 10 years ago. Or whatever they used to say back then. I just thought it would be so cute up on the wall. So I got this. It was $14.99 for this size. And then I went to Ross and I got some canvases to so I can make some wall art to put onto this. I'm going to be using the line paint that I use for my filming room wall art. It's from Color Atelier. The shade is Shade Truffle, and I just love it so much. And I just thought, you know, something muted but still has texture, because this is a statement by itself, and I didn't want it to be too much. So this is actually probably gonna go above the dining table situation. And yeah, so let's get into that. Also, as you guys saw in the footage, I got a wooden sea table. Yeah, I'm not going to hold it up because it's actually solid wood and it's pretty heavy. But it really reminded me of the C tables that were in Restoration Hardware. I think they might be discontinued at this point, but I've seen them on other sites like Etsy. But that $60 price point was amazing, so I got that. So we're gonna see how that looks tucked into the bench that I have over here, just for some warmth. And if you want to sit there, you have another surface to put plates, cups, you name it. Also, y'all, this table, I've had this table for over a year. Never shared it with you guys. I got it from Ross, but I thought it was so pretty. I'll put a video up while I'm talking to you guys about it, because it's actually pretty heavy as well. It's like 3-tier, and it looks so just sleek and clean lined. So I think we're going to use that also next to the bench. And we have this gray boucle IKEA blanket. I bought it before, but I bought another one because I want to reface the counter stools that I have in here. I'm over the cream, over the white. So we're just going to wrap this blanket. We're going to cut it up and wrap it around the counter stools. And yeah, let's get to it.
Top of the memories I've ever made in my life. Permanent ecstasy. The ladies is pimps tonight. Living inside a dream. A slave where the love is life. I put that on my own mama, on my hood. I look fly, I look good.
Okay, so quick change. I actually found this table on Amazon. It's very minimal, if you will, but I actually like that. It gives me way more room down here with the legs, because the other one, I felt like since I had 3 legs, I was trying to fight it, trying to angle the chairs. But this way I can angle them, they can be this way, and of course if I need to, we can pull the table out this way if we need more room, like leg room. It's giving very much cafe style, which is what I'm going for. Something cute, petite, and just really quaint and intimate. So she was perfect. But of course we're about to add the marble tabletop and then the wall art I did for up here.
It's pure. It should cost $1 billion to look this good.
Instant elevation. We love that.
But she make it look easy because she got it.
Oh my gosh, it's so charming. So I decided the wall art needed a little more razzle dazzle, if you will. So I found these wooden bead halves at Michael's, and I thought these would be perfect to give some dimension but not be too much. I used painter's tape to keep the beads in place while I painted them. Of course, I used the same shade that I used on the canvas. And honestly, I just kept the painter's tape on the back of the beads to adhere them to the canvas, allowing me room for error while I line them up.
The truth, I look better under you. I can't lose when I'm with you. How can I snooze and miss the moment? You just too important.
Okay, so I put this throw on the back of this chair to tie into the counter stools to kind of warm it up. And like I said, just to tie in all the colors. We have this candlestick holder right here. And I'm trying to figure out what color I want to do. So here is the mocha one. It's like this mocha brown and I love it. But I feel like that's a little bit too matchy-matchy. So we might just go classic with an ivory one. I actually have a really long candlestick that I want to put here. I just have this up here to see what the color would look like. I got these super long candlesticks from HomeGoods. I had some Zara home ones, but they were way too white to put up here. So I just went with like this ivory color because it's not too stark white, you know? Okay, that's actually really dramatic. I think it's a little bit too tall. So let me try one of the shorter candlestick holders. Okay, that's way better. It'll still give some light to the wall art when the flame goes up. So yeah. So next we need to tackle the bench. This is what it looks like originally. Super fuzzy, super fun. And while that's great, it's just not my steez. We're going to be using the tablecloth to put over it. I love it because it has the silver legs down here. What is that on the floor? I love it because it has the silver down here, which you guys know is very big right now, so it's gonna look even better with the tablecloth. So luckily I was able to unscrew the base of the bench, and it made it so much easier to add the fabric to the top. I just took my staple gun and went to town.
4, 3, 2, get busy. That's my technique. That's my.
I like to start stapling in the center of whatever side I'm working on, just because I feel like it gives me a foundation and more control over the sides. And also, before you staple anything, make sure you pull the fabric as tight as you can, because you don't want it to sag. This is a DIY, but we don't want it to look like a DIY, you know?
Don't be funny with my money, honey. Don't my girls look so yummy.
Now the corners were a bit of a challenge. I had to maneuver the fabric a few times to make it smooth and look seamless, but we got her done.
But she make it look easy because she got it. You can find the one when the tempo's good. 4, 3, I'm too f***ing busy. Check my technique. I see you. You too. Coming from my technique.
The bench came out so well. It looks very clean and way more minimal. We still got the silver down here and up against this mocha brown, which you guys know I love. It's just amazing. I feel like it looks a little washed out here on camera, but it's actually way richer in person. So let's accessorize it. Okay, so I just added this side table over here that I told you guys about earlier. I just love the way it looks. It's like tri-level, gives you way more room than just one surface to accessorize. And then I put this wooden seat table over here. I don't know, I just thought it was so cool. It warms up the whole seating arrangement and can still serve as a dining situation. So if we don't want to sit at the table over here, we can sit here. It's just so many different options. So yeah.
Wumbo.
I don't think I've mentioned this candle to you guys here on YouTube. I know I shared it over on Instagram, but this is Santal plus vanilla. You guys know I am obsessed with this brand's Santal candle, and Santal plus vanilla is just so sweet and warm and just perfect for the colder months. I'm going to use this on the table to tie in the blue that I have over here on the dining table. I've also been dying to use this lamp somewhere. I shared it in a haul with you guys a while back, and I think this is the perfect place for it because the table is so sleek, straight, and modern. So I figure we can use something that feels a bit more feminine and antique / vintage right here on the table. The little curvy feet are just to die. And then I just put this pot down here. It didn't really have a home. And I thought, you know, let's just put it down here to tie in the gray from the dining chairs. I think we need to add some pillows to this situation to make it a bit cozier. So let's do that. Stunning. And like I told you guys, we're going to change these up. Just going to put a different fabric on top of these. I didn't want to buy all new counter stools, so we're just going to use what we have.
Right in left cheek, future renaissance, study my technique, all the pretty boys to the floor, 5 is to the left, money is to the right.
Oh my gosh, that looks so much better. It's so much more dimension, and it's actually a little bit more interesting to look at with the gray. Love that. I'm really loving the contrast, like the gray up against such a bright countertop. So yeah, and there's a little bit of gray veining in here too, so it ties in really well.
I put that on my mama, on my hood. I look fly, I look good. You can't touch my bag, but you could. I look fly, I look too good. Put that on my mama, on my hood. I look fly, I look good. You can't touch my bag, but you could. I look fly, I look too good. I'm so deep in my bag like a grandma with a peppermint. They say, well, she smell good. That's just cause I'm heaven sent. Sex game go stupid, snapping like a toothpick. Man, I tell the truth, your opinion is irrelevant. But I know you think I'm fine. Might be too fine to hit it from behind. Reflection in the mirror, don't decline. I can't even lie. I put that on my mama, on my hood. I look fly, I look good. You can't touch my bag, but you could. I look fly, I look too good. Put that on my mama, on my hood. I look fly, I look good. You can't touch my bag, but you could. I look fly, I look too good.
Okay guys, that is it for me today. Thank you so much for tuning in and spending some time with me. So happy with the progress in here. I feel like I can actually come in here and enjoy eating and have pretty things to look at. So hopefully it inspired you and you're able to find some of the pieces in the video in case you love them. So next project is a living room. We're gonna get that together and I'm pretty excited about that as well because I'm ready to just sit and not have projects to do and enjoy the space because yeah. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell if you haven't. Take care of yourself, those around you, and your mental health. And I will see you guys in my next video. But until then, peace out.